The drama surrounding 50 Cent, Big Meech, and Lil Meech has reached a whole new level, and it's shaking up the entire hip-hop world. After years of loyalty, mentoring, and financial backing, 50 Cent has completely cut ties with the father-son duo, and the reasons are explosive. What's even more shocking is that Lil Meech, who once starred in 50's hit show BMF, is now linked up with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather, two of 50 Cent's biggest enemies. This has sent the internet into a frenzy, and people are wondering, what led to this shocking betrayal? Let's take a step back and dive into the details. For years, 50 Cent has been a mentor and business partner to Lil Meech. He helped launch his acting career by giving him the lead role in BMF, based on the real-life story of Big Meech and his drug empire. 50 even went as far as helping Lil Meech get out of several sticky situations, including bailing him out of trouble multiple times. But despite all this support, the relationship between 50 and the Meeches has crumbled in a way nobody saw coming. The fallout began when a photo of Big Meech and Rick Ross surfaced online. The image was shocking to many because Rick Ross has a long-standing feud with 50 Cent. The fact that Big Meech was seen with Ross raised eyebrows, especially given the history between Ross and 50. At first, Lil Meech tried to downplay the situation, messaging 50 directly and claiming that his dad's relationship with Rick Ross was purely business. According to him, Rick Ross had simply helped Big Meech financially, providing him with some bread to cover bills and expenses while BMF was on hiatus. But when 50 Cent saw the message, he wasn't buying it. In fact, he responded in the coldest way possible, saying, "What next season?" That was 50's way of making it clear that Lil Meech's days on BMF were over. Just like that, the show's biggest star was cut loose. But instead of trying to patch things up, Lil Meech doubled down. Instead of apologizing or offering an explanation, he took his defection even further by publicly aligning himself with 50's enemies. Lil Meech was spotted hanging out with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather in Miami, two of 50's most notorious rivals. And just to make sure 50 knew he had fully switched sides, Lil Meech posted a picture of himself with both men, captioning it, "With real power." That was a direct jab at 50, mocking his popular TV series Power and making it clear that Lil Meech was done with 50 Cent. But the betrayal didn't end there. A few days later, Big Meech and Lil Meech were seen meeting with Floyd Mayweather, another name on 50's enemy list. The only caption accompanying the photo? A single shushing emoji. To many, this emoji felt like a taunt, hinting that something big was in the works. Word quickly spread that Big Meech, Lil Meech, Rick Ross, and Floyd Mayweather were plotting their own version of the BMF story, without 50 Cent involved. But here's where it gets really messy. 50 Cent owns the rights to the BMF story, and he's not playing around when it comes to protecting his intellectual property. 50 paid for the TV and film rights to tell the story of Big Meech, Lil Meech, and the infamous Black Mafia family. That means that Big Meech and his son can't just go off and create their own BMF project without facing legal consequences. According to industry insiders, 50 already secured the rights to the BMF story through his G-Unit film division and his partnership with Tammy Cowens, who helped bring the show to life. The idea that Big Meech and Lil Meech can create their own BMF movie or TV show without getting 50's approval seems almost impossible, which makes fans question whether they're even thinking clearly about the long-term consequences. But even if their new project manages to avoid legal ramifications, which seems unlikely, they'll still have to contend with the overwhelming weight of 50 Cent's power in the entertainment industry. 50 has already proven time and time again that he knows how to crush rivals in the industry. He's not going to let Big Meech and Lil Meech pull off a major project without significant consequences. And 50 Cent isn't keeping quiet about the situation either. Instead of letting the Meeches make their move in peace, he's been exposing them at every opportunity. 50 Cent has aired out the dirty laundry for everyone to see, and the revelations are jaw-dropping. First, 50 made it clear that Big Meech has been a terrible influence on his own son. According to 50, when he was trying to help Lil Meech stay out of trouble and manage his finances, Big Meech was encouraging him to live recklessly. 50 claims that Big Meech urged his son to blow through his money on flashy jewelry, designer clothes, and luxury cars, instead of investing or building long-term wealth. That's right, while 50 was trying to give Lil Meech solid financial advice, Big Meech was only encouraging him to live a high-risk, high-reward lifestyle that wasn't sustainable. Speaking of money, Lil Meech was not exactly managing his earnings wisely. 50 revealed that Lil Meech made over $5 million from BMF, but he spent almost all of it on things like expensive watches, $10,000 jeans, and luxury cars. At one point, Lil Meech admitted that he spent $2 million on a single watch. The whole situation seemed reckless, and 50 was quick to point it out, saying that he was doing way more to help Lil Meech than anyone else in his life, including his father. He also claimed that Lil Meech would constantly come to him for help when things went south, but instead of showing gratitude, he turned around and sided with 50's biggest rivals. And the drama didn't stop there. 50 Cent also exposed that Lil Meech had a serious addiction problem. According to 50, Lil Meech had developed a habit of using whippets, laughing gas, which affected his performance on set. 50 says that he found out about Lil Meech's use of whippets when actor Russell Hornsby noticed Lil Meech throwing up during a weapons test. After further investigation, 50 found a stash of whippets in Lil Meech's truck, and that's when he decided to intervene. He sent Lil Meech to rehab to help him get clean, and while he was disappointed in his behavior, he still made sure to help him get the treatment he needed. But it was clear that this wasn't the first time Lil Meech had caused trouble behind the scenes. Now, fans are divided over whether 50 was justified in cutting ties with Lil Meech. Some believe that 50 Cent was right to distance himself from someone who couldn't manage their personal life and finances. Others argue that Lil Meech was just a young man trying to navigate the pressures of fame. But one thing is clear, 50 Cent did everything he could to help Lil Meech, and Lil Meech threw it all away by turning his back on 50 and siding with people who have made it clear that they want to see him fail. But the real question now is, what's next for Big Meech, Lil Meech, Rick Ross, and Floyd Mayweather? Are they really trying to create a rival BMF project? Or is this just an empty threat? One thing is for sure, 50 Cent isn't going to let them get away with it. Whether it's through legal action, social media, or good old-fashioned business moves, 50 will find a way to shut this down if he has to.